The Sidemen are taking over. Jake Paul's next fight is confirmed.
I feel like I can beat Jake Paul in a fight.
And celebrity lookalikes are running wild. Starting off today, we're talking about Jake Paul, okay? He most recently had a fight, taking Mike Tyson out of retirement and absolutely peppering him. A lot of people saying it was probably staged and fake and all that nonsense. The real losers, though, were the people that stayed up in the UK to watch it. I just happened to be awake around that time. I was an hour or two out, and I was like, you know what? I might as well just stay up and just see what it's all about. Because, you know, Mike Tyson's fighting, and I'd really like to see Jake Paul get knocked out. And then, obviously, it just was 8 rounds or whatever, how many rounds of absolute boringness. It was terrible, absolutely rubbish. But that's Jake Paul's fights for you. Most of them have been rubbish. They never turn out as good as they're meant to be because he's also fighting people that aren't real boxers or old or well out of retirement or another influencer or another sport or UFC fighter, all this stuff. Well, he's apparently going to continue in this vein of form, and he's going to call out IShowSpeed, obviously the massive streamer that IShowSpeed is. It will be a massive event, and that's why he's been offered $20 million apparently by Jake Paul's manager to potentially be his next opponent. And to be fair, out of all the content creators, streamers, influencers as a whole, I don't think there's anyone like naturally as athletic as IShowSpeed. If you think of all the different things he's done, you know, like backflip world record he tried to break, he consistently was doing backflips. I can't name any other content creator that can do consistent backflips. Like he's just a IRL streamer, a gaming streamer, you know what I mean? But now all of a sudden he can do all these things. Like he was doing gymnastics the other day, doing backflips and all that nonsense. He jumped over 2 Lamborghinis at once, or like one after the other. Like it could be a good little fight here. And IShowSpeed actually was on some sort of interview thing where he mentioned that he thinks he backs himself in this fight.
I feel like I can beat Jake Paul in a fight. Watch the match, yes. Like when I watch him box, it's like it doesn't look fluent, you know. Like I feel like I can like really get him. And especially if I have 6 months, all I need is 6 months. If I have 6 months of training, I'm being any boxer in this world.
Overall, I don't really get why Jake Paul consistently is keeping doing this. Like, surely he wants to prove himself away from the people that are saying that he's rubbish and useless. And, you know, the only person he did fight, as I said, was Tommy Fury, that is a boxer, and he lost that one. So, like, surely, you know, you would move on. But at the end of the day, he's making absolute millions from it. You know, the Mike Tyson event was said to be record-breaking. Of course, it was streamed on Netflix. It was one of the first ever boxing events I think I've ever seen on Netflix, be on, like, the pay-per-view. Obviously, if you have Netflix, you don't have to pay for it. But, yeah. I mean, just talking about IShowSpeed, when you really think about his trajectory, like, obviously he's massive now, like, stupidly big. But, like, he was just doing, like, screaming content in his bedroom, playing Fortnite, this and the other. Someone gifted him a donation, mentioning Ronaldo, and then he went on that path of down the football path, and now he's doing this, that, and the other. And now he could potentially get a $20 million paycheck from doing a boxing influencer event. I just think that's mental. As someone who streams himself, like, check me out, link in the bio, Floppylegss. Just like the trajectory that you can go down through social media is somewhat limitless, and you know, you never know what it can go down, especially with someone like Speed and Jake Paul, who both had their many controversies, yet they still consistently stay within the space and do things that have never been done before within the space as well. It shows like anything goes, I feel like, at this point. I can't think of it. It's just mental. So yeah, that could be the next Jake Paul fight. What do you think? Leave a comment down below. Speaking of Netflix, we're moving over to the Sidemen. If you don't know who they are, they're the biggest UK YouTube group of all time. No debate, really, I don't think. And they've done something never done before. They've moved one of their new shows that they made, Inside, that came out last year. It's like their own reality TV show. It was so good that Netflix wants it on their platform, and the deal has been confirmed that the next season of Inside and the season that's already been out is all moving to Netflix, which is absolutely mental. Like, for someone, as I've said earlier, like, I've watched these people since I was a kid. Like Road to Division 1 with KSI, their stupid little pack openings, their GTA video. Like, I was watching them as many UK teenagers and kids were at the time. I was watching them, and now look, like, when you see where they are now, it is absolutely crazy. Like, if you told someone that a few years ago, 10 years ago, they would have been like, no way, like, what the heck, like, what? They just do stupid little videos, funny gaming moments, and now all of a sudden they've got their own reality TV show on Netflix. It gives you this perspective when people maybe shy and look down upon people that maybe are pursuing in the social media game, or you know, in any realm. You know, they might be down at this level where they want to be at this level, and the Sidemen are at this level. Like at one point all of them lot were down here as well, similar to IShowSpeed that I mentioned before. Like you can't limit it. You can't say, like, the word what if is there throughout this time, like, and it goes for everything. Like, you don't know what path you're going to go down, you don't know what trajectory different decisions and career moves and things will take. But like, people that move as if like someone's starting up their own TikTok or starting up their own YouTube channel, and like they laugh at it or they put them down, you don't know where it could get to. Like I've like, this is the proof is in the pudding. Like, you literally look at people like this who started out in the most like humble beginnings, like the most like rubbish pack opening videos when you look back on it, and you think, why on earth did this get 1 million views, or flipping crossbar challenges, and now they've probably got a stupid amount of money to sell this product to Netflix, and you know, the next season will come out eventually as well, and all of the stuff will be on there. And that's not just the only thing they've done recently. One of the other massive things that they've done is they've confirmed the charity match next year. It's one of their many football charity matches that they've done, but they've moved from Charlton Stadium, and they did one at St Mary's, which is the Southampton Stadium. It's probably like 30,000 seaters, 25,000, 30, 40,000 seaters max, to the biggest stadium in England, in the UK, Wembley, the home of English football. They're going to be doing their own charity match with a 90,000 seater stadium, like, and they've sold it out. Did I add that bit? They've sold it out. It's already a massive accomplishment just to get the rights to do something there, and then they've sold it out as well. Like, those two things happening in quite short succession kind of just shows where they are at this point in time. They might not be the #1 group in the world, but they still do things that are absolutely groundbreaking and things that we've never seen before. So it's just mental. And again, similar to what I was saying there with IShowSpeed, like, he just started off streaming in his room, and now he's potentially getting $20 million boxing fights confirmed, you know. And then you got the Sidemen who started very similar beginnings, maybe not streaming as much, but just gaming, doing COD clips and GTA and what have you, and now they are selling a show to Netflix. And I think they themselves would be like thinking, this is mental, like, how we got to this point. And actually quite interesting, because I remember a few conversations where they used to speak that YouTube was their home, like they wouldn't put anything else significantly elsewhere. Obviously they have their own platform, Side Plus, where you can pay to see behind the scenes things, like extra things, if you're a big fan. But they said that the home will always be YouTube. They know that is the peak place to be. But then they've done this, and a lot of people have questioned it. But apparently I saw a headline on BBC that they said that they've reached the limit of YouTube, which maybe is them saying that they want to branch into that American audience more, and different, you know, demographics, different audiences, and that can be achieved on a site like Netflix. But you know, it's interesting to see that they've shifted from what they said before. Maybe the money was just too grand, too big to refuse. But either way, it's still a massive achievement, massive accomplishment, and it'd be interesting to see where their future content does reside in the future. Are they moving away from YouTube completely? Who knows? But that's what's happened with the Sidemen recently. I found many things this week, as I've already mentioned, but here is the best thing I found this week.
Floppy's finding of the week.
They call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. When I play the maracas, I go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom.
Floppy's finding of the week.
Final thing I found this week, and it's been going on for probably a little bit more than the last week and a bit. It's the celebrity lookalike trend. Okay, so people, I think mainly in New York, people have been asking, or like getting people to come to a certain location, and they're trying to find the #1 celebrity lookalike. I've seen a Zayn Malik one, a Jeremy Allen White, obviously the main actor in The Bear, and I've seen another one that was Harry Styles, but the people that I saw in that one were terrible. I've seen it on TikTok, Twitter, all over the place. It's basically just getting a load of people that somewhat look like this celebrity, and they have a winner top 3. Look at the Zayn Malik top 3. You know, clearly there's not a lot of people that look like Zayn Malik, because how on earth are they the top 3? But they've seen loads of them like that. And actually, I'm starting my own one now. I'm going to be doing a Zendaya celebrity lookalike in South London. So make sure you come on down if you look like Zendaya. Cheers. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, if you had to say that I look like one celebrity lookalike, what one would I be going for? Go on. Leave a comment down below. Try not to be really rude and make me upset. Thank you so much for coming through to another Floppylegss YouTube video. This is Floppy's Findings. There's many more videos coming very soon. Make sure you drop a sub. I'd really appreciate it. And click the link in the bio and check out the other content as well. I'll see you when I see you.